You, I'm sure, coming up and everything, you watched Arsenio Hall, you watched Comic View, you watched In Living Color. Mm-hmm. How did it feel to be a part? You were on Arsenio Hall show, you were on Comic View, and we want to know what happened with the whole reboot, if I can get it out, of In Living Color. So what was that like, that whole experience?
Let's start with Arsenio. It was surreal, and I swear to you it was. Like, it got to the point I didn't even know what materials I was going to do. I was in my green room, and they got the TV, they're like, do you see your name? Lil ReL. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to be on this dude's show. And then I literally didn't know what I was going to do until I walked up stage.
Wow.
Because I was so in awe of being there. And when Arsenio brought me on stage, I know how to, when the lights on, the camera's on, I know how to do my thing. But in my mind, I was screaming. I think that's why I think the first thing I said was, before I get into my set, this is a dream come true.
Yeah, you
I
did.
Can't believe, I was very sincere about that. And Arsenio was so cool, and just to have him show me love, and he made me afterwards go into the audience and speak to everybody. Go talk to everybody. Go do Lil ReL. It almost felt like I was watching myself do this. Like, is this really happening? Because these are shows you didn't even think would come back, and that even happened with The Living Color. Like, that whole process was. It was surreal. This is how it happened. They was on YouTube looking at somebody else's video. How YouTube had the videos pop up afterwards? So
right.
One of my videos popped up after that. They watched it, and they was like, yo, who is this dude? Went and Googled me, found my manager, and I was having a crazy day. I'd never forget that day. Somebody had backed into my Saturn Ion at the gas station. It was one of those days like, it can't get better. This is terrible.
Right.
And I remember calling my manager at the time, Dallas Beckham, who's a big part of where I'm at, man. And I'm like, yo, could you? And I remember leaving a message. It may sound terrible. I'm like, yeah, these Mexican dudes that be fixing cars. Could you give me their number so they can fix my hood? So he called me back, and I'm thinking he's calling back those guys. He was just weird. He's like, yo, y'all just got a weird phone call, B. I'm like, what, from Mexicans? I mean, I didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, no, one of the producers in Living Color, like, saw your video on YouTube and wanted us to send him a bunch of footage. Can you get back to the house so we can go through it? I said, what? And that's another thing about being prepared. I had all that stuff ready.
Okay.
So when they needed it, oh, okay, cool. What you need? What else you need?
Right.
And we sent them everything I had. And then they called back, and they was like, okay, ReL, Keenan wants to see you in person in New York.
Wow.
So you had to, but this still out your pocket, though. You know what I mean? I got kids, so I got to spend this extra bread on going to New York. And I did it, and that was another great surreal day. I mean, Keenan came out the limo. Never seen him before in person. So I'm just like, I ain't trying to stare at another man like that. But you know how you look up to somebody, you just like, dang, that's Keenan. So it was just a presence. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's a long story, but then I went out there to L.A. First meeting with Keenan. He was talking to me about. I'm like, look, brother, let me stop you. Hey, I ain't never met you before, man. Mm-hmm. So this is crazy to me. I wrote a show called Name Your Adventure on NBC when I was 12 to meet you.
Right.
And he's like, yo, okay, you here though, brother. Now this is what I need you to do, And it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever experienced. Like, the stuff we shot was so funny. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody always loved me doing my hood rat character. Yeah. Like, we did it.
Okay.
With Ray J. It was the funniest sketch. You'll never see it. No,
so
you'll never see this stuff.
Just like what you're saying, we'll never see it. Can you tell us why we'll never see it? What happened? Why is the show not?
I think I'll never really know. Whatever it is between them and Fox and that Wayans relationship, I don't know if it's ever been healed.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's because I've heard so many different things, and I asked Keenan, mm-hmm. and he didn't necessarily. In so many ways, this is what he said. That's why, with Friends of the People, I want to prove that wrong. Is that I don't think he thought we can consistently keep that funny up, and I get that, but I think we're gonna prove it with our show that no, we were always the guys.
Okay.
We were always it, but this is what I love about him. He said to us, me, Jennifer, and Jermaine, I'm about Central the Legion of Goons pilot. And he sent me a long email back to send to everybody. It's like, look, y'all ain't got to worry about anything. I know what I picked. You're all going to be stars someday. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't Fox's fault. You didn't do anything. You actually all did awesome. You're gonna be huge.
Wonderful.
And I was like, and I remember sitting there because all of us was kind of insecure after that, to be honest with you. Because I mean, you had Entertainment Tonight on set. I was like, I'm gone, baby. I'm gone. And it just, and that's, but that's TV for you.
Right.
But that's another thing. Everything happens for a reason. Because to be honest with you, this is a whole better situation. Because now I'm a writer, producer, and star of the show.
Right. Right.
And over there, I was just casted on there, you know. And this is different, man. 'Cause to be honest with you, I'd have still been on the chitlin circuit if it wasn't for Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Okay.
That's how I got my agent. Hollywood was not checking for me.
Okay.
Until that man was like, he funny. Y'all need to watch it. And then after that, everybody started giving me stuff. Oh yeah, you were great. I've been good. But you know, but that's how the game happens. You gotta have the right tap, the right nod, and I'm like, Keenan's he's really excited about this show. He's like, yo, you guys, you remind us of what we did.
I was walking down Chicago in like LaSalle Wells, and I just left out of Walmart, and I had to do a double take because I saw a poster, an actual ad for Friends of the People, and I'm so genuine and I'm so honest about this. My heart was just like, God is so good. And when I saw your face on that poster, I'm just like, this is just a clear example of what God can do. And the fact that you are so humble and you're very genuine and you're great at what you do. So I had to take a picture, you know, I had to take a picture and send it to you and everything. But I want to know, have you had that moment yet? I made it, because when I saw that poster, I'm like, because I know they're in Times Square and everything. Like your face is in Times Square in New York. That billboard. Yeah. Have you had that I made it moment yet?
I don't know if it's a I made it moment. It's a I made it through moment. I've had that, like literally, where I've sat back and was like, man, through all that stuff, all the crap, all the still standing and I'm doing what I've always dreamed of. So I made it through. I don't know if I ever have a I made it moment, because it's, you know, it's always something else I want to do. You know what I mean? And it's all getting interesting now. I look at like all the attention that I'm starting to get for different things. I'm like, last like maybe week or so, I've been sent so many scripts to do guest stars on these other shows.
Nice.
Very nice. I don't know. I guess I keep saying it's weird, but it's starting to get like, I don't know. I can't even describe it. So
it's safe to say that you have not officially had that feeling quite yet.
I don't know if I ever have. I made it feel. I think that it's always, and then maybe because I'm so, y'all don't understand how grateful I really am.
I do.
I used to sit at home from the west side of Chicago. Mm-hmm. I used to watch television, a room I shared with my brothers. My mama gave us TV days. So, you know, my day was Saturday and Wednesday. And my brother. So imagine those are my days. So I had to, Saturday Night Live. You know what I mean?
Right.
Quick Wits used to come on. You know what I mean? It was, and it used to look far-fetched. Like, man, I can't, how am I going to end up on here without doing something crazy?
Mama, I made it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And that's what I think a few days ago I had that moment. I was praying, man. And, sometimes you get to praying, you just get to vent, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I lost my brother in December to cancer, and I lost my mama in 2009 to cancer. So I was praying, I was just seeing them smiling at me. Like I just saw both of them clapping. And those moments are the ones that like, they just make you feel surreal sometimes,
Yeah.
You gotta show